Sharp Kim here. Welcome to another episode coming at you from ChooseYourRelationship.com. Offer of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. And today I'm gonna tell you the number one reason why black people can never be racist. And I'm really getting sick and tired of hearing a lot of the commentators on television talking about black people being a reverse racist and Beyonce's being a racist because she did a performance during the Super Bowl with the outfits and raising their fists with the hands up in the air, and I hear a lot of people with on their jobs with comments being made with when black people start getting along and I guess showing love for each other and speaking highly of themselves, a lot of white people feel the need or kind of feel like that's a threat because there a lot quite honestly, I don't think a lot of white people are used to seeing a lot of black people get along. They used to seeing black people being like nonchalant towards each other. And if you stand up and speak highly about yourself, a lot of white people will say, oh, you're being a racist against us, or you're anti-white and all this. But all that's a bunch of bullshit. Straight up. That's like an oxymoron. It's just ignorant to make a statement like that. To say black people's racist, it's not even possible. You know what I'm saying? It's like, prove it. I mean, calling somebody a name or just talking a bunch of bullshit or just being discriminating against somebody, that's not being racist. That's just name calling. That's the discrimination is like this. I don't want to get on the bus today. I don't like the color blue. That's just discriminating. Everyone does that. Nothing wrong with that. Everyone likes what they like or prefer whatever they prefer if they feel like it. Who cares? What I'm sick and tired of is a lot of people come around and say, hey, you're a racist. You're that. You're discriminating. And then I break it down and I must say, first off, let me tell you something. I ain't never lynched nobody. I ain't never killed nobody. I ain't never colonized no land and stole all the culture and rehash it and call it mine. I ain't never assassinated anybody. I ain't never I never even lynched nobody. I never even stabbed nobody in the back. I ain't never killed nobody. I ain't never done none of that shit. I never, went across the world and colonized lands and basically kill off all the people. I haven't done none of that shit. So until that happens, get off my back. That's why I told somebody a couple days ago. And let's just be honest. I can't tell a white guy to do shit. I can't tell a white guy where to live. White guy, white woman. I can't tell him where to live. I can't deny him for a loan. I can't tell him what school he can't go to or the ones he should go to. I can't deny him a job. I can't do none of that shit. I can't say you can't have a credit card because of whatever reason. I can't say you can't have a truck driving job because of whatever reason. Because we don't own shit. That's the problem. Racism is institutionalized through big Fortune 500 companies. Fortune 500 companies and above run and dominate shit. They run the world. They take over countries. They take over neighborhoods. They basically, it's at a point where Fortune 500 companies have more power and the muscle to back up, and they can take over countries now. They have more power than governments today. So I haven't done any of that. And black people, we don't have any power like that. We have no political power. We don't own any companies, any Fortune 500 companies. So it's impossible. We cannot be racist. Yeah, we can call you names. Yeah, we can say, hey, I don't want you to come over to my house. Who cares? Yeah, you can. If you're a white person, you can't say nigger. Who cares? You know, that don't mean I'm a racist. That means that if you're on your job, saying name calling is not part of the status quo. That's all that is. I can say it amongst my friends and family or black people, but you can't say it. Who cares? Tough luck. Why do you want to say nigga anyway? Who cares? But that one word doesn't make you anti-white or racist. That's just a word. That's it. Racism is basically you can do whatever you want to a person or a group of people or a nation of people, and they can't do nothing about it. For example, the prisons is full with the majority of blacks and Latinos, and we can't do nothing about it. That's racism. That's slavery. Last I checked, black people aren't doing that to whites. So it's impossible for us to be a racist. It doesn't make logical and practical sense. So the next time someone tries to run that game on you at work or when you're out in public or whenever you hear it on television, because it's always they always want to shut black people up, basically, or shut any non-white person up when they speak highly of themselves. If you don't speak highly of yourself, who's going to speak highly of you? If you don't do it, who else will? Maybe your parents, maybe your closest friends. That's it. But if you don't think it and you don't speak it first, well, what the hell everybody else going to think? Because no one's going to see you the way you see yourself, regardless of how highly they talk about you or think about you. So don't fall for the BS. That's a bunch of crap. It doesn't make logical and practical sense. Black people, racist, please give me a break. I ain't never lynched nobody. I ain't never stabbed nobody in the back. I ain't never colonized a nation or a group of people. I ain't never stole no land. I ain't never murdered nobody, assassinated nobody. I ain't never pushed nobody out of the community where they live for 50 to 80 years. I never raised no taxes so to give them an excuse to get out of there. I don't redline no communities so certain group of people can't get credit cards or loans. I never denied kids to go to a certain part of the schools in the city. I never do none of that shit. So until that happens, I tell people to get off my back. And that's how I feel about that. So you should tell them the same thing. So if you like what you heard, check out my blog, chooseyourrelationships.com. Subscribe to my channel. Until next time, I'm out.